Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting down with David Easbury from Devere, and you've brought us Silk.
Yes, this is one of our big releases here at Essen, and I'm really thrilled to be able to present this game to you because we're getting so much great feedback from it, and I'm looking forward to tell you how everything goes.
I'm guessing one of the comments you got right early on was the visual quality of this.
Yeah, we paid a lot of attention to make sure that the art fits this particular game. Also, every single piece has been designed specifically to match the backstory of the game. In this game, we are shepherds. We are working with giant silkworms. These guys make the best silk in the world. But the thing is that they only live in this tiny little part of these really high mountains. So the competition is fierce. I mean, these shepherds will be on each other's throats really fast. Also, there's the Okami, which is this little guy here.
Put on his side there so we can get a good view of him.
He's the apex predator of these mountains, and he really likes to devour these giant silkworms. So we wanted to give it a little bit of a Miyazaki flair to it, and but still, the game is quite accessible for any sort of player. So you only have to learn 6 little rules, some exceptions, but 6 little rules. But also veteran players will find a lot of game in it to crunch their teeth into it. All right, so.
Which is my favorite balance in a game, is one that easy entry, but you can stay a long time.
That's brilliant. So I think we're right there with Silk. So I'm gonna tell you about the rules, these little 6 rules here. So the first one here is you place a silkworm from your reserve into the board game. Okay, in order to do that, you must place this guy.
So this action here.
Yeah, this one right here. So you place one of your silkworms into one space that already contains a silkworm of your own color,
okay,
or adjacent to one of your silkworm farms. Okay, let's say we put it here. Every one of these spaces can take up to 3 silkworms.
So this one farm is adjacent to these 4 tiles.
Yes. The next
disrupt your die there.
Okay. All right. The next action I'm going to talk about is the move your shepherd or your mastiff, your dog. So these guys, they're mainly used to move around the silkworms. For example, if I'm the green player, I want to make sure that the green silkworms are on the best spot possible. So I'm going to use my mastiff to go over here and vacate this guy, move it here. So this is a really nice green fresh grass, and I'm going to take these guys over to the rocky field, which is not that good. All right, but still better than the dry grassland. So also the mastiff is good to chase away the Okami. So I may be able to move him here and then send the Okami right here so he can
eat them.
Eat one of these guys. Well, save it for later.
All right.
So he takes them to his little cave and take a snack later. Also, the shepherd is good to build new farms, which we will see later on. So action number 3, in this case, is build a fence, a piece of a wall. So what you want to do is make sure that the fence connects to one of your to one of your farms, and this is good to protect your silkworms from attacks. For example, if I put it here, the Okami won't be able to cross over. So these guys are safe for a while.
Right.
Okay. Action number 4 allows me to build new farms for my silkworms. So I got to make sure that these are built next to where my shepherd is, but always 2 spaces away from any other existing farm. So for example, if my shepherd was here, I would be able to place a farm here. Okay, they will always have to be in touch with 2 squares.
Makes sense.
As soon as I get the 4 farms on the board, I will be able to regenerate the the fields that have been eaten by the silkworms, which we're going to see in action number 5.
Okay.
This is where you get most of your points from. And essentially, what you do is you choose a field with silkworms of your own color. Let's say I'm the yellow player. I'm going to eat here. So I'm going to multiply the number of silkworms I have to times the value of the field.
Which is right there. So they're on the grassiest, greenest green. So it'd be 2 times 3, so 6 points.
6 points, exactly. So what I'm going to do is move these guys away and then score on the point score over there.
And that gets...
And that gets flipped over to its barren side. As I said before, once you have your 4 farms in here, you will be able to regenerate these terrains. And finally, the 6th action is to move the Okami. So if you just want to get in straight into the action and get rid of those nasty yellow giant silkworms, you just move in there and there you go, some more snacks. So these are the only 6 rules that you need to understand. They're quite graphically explained in that board. So how you play the game. The first thing you got to do is you take a free action number 1, so you can put in one of your silkworms in play, and then you roll 2 dice. And
all right, so we'll just roll right on the board there.
Okay, so
3 and a 2.
3 and a 2. So these are the actions that I can initially accomplish, but we don't want to leave everything to chance. So what I can do, if this is not exactly what I want to do, I can spend a couple of my silk points, which at the end of the day are victory points,
right,
to mitigate the effect of the dice rolling. So if I want to change the 3 into a 5, I can just do that right away and spend a couple of silk points and make exactly the play that I wanted to make. So in this game, you can do whatever you want at all times, but sometimes it will cost you a little bit more than others.
Yeah.
So is it worth it to spend these points in changing the die, or do you just want to go with whatever's on the table?
How long do you think a full game takes?
This takes exactly 45 minutes.
Exactly.
Well, not exactly. It depends on the game. The good thing about this thing is that every game tends to be very different from one another. Maybe in one game the Okami will be eating silkworms all the time. Maybe in the next game we play, it will stay in a corner and won't move at all. So it's very dynamic. There's a lot of strategy in it. There's a lot of game in this little box. And I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it very much.
Well, I'm sure you guys will enjoy that too. That is Silk from De Beer. And David, thank you for letting us take a look.
Thank you for having me.